Hello there, everybody. Welcome, Roger Blair. Welcome, Val, Kathy A, Crystal, Denise. Hello, Denise. Look who we got in the studio tonight. We got Brian. We got Chris. Hello there, Liana. Welcome, Liana. Everybody's starting to tune in. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, check out our store. We got our shirts. We're still in stock, so make sure and check out that. And other Bigfoot paraphernalia. So how are you doing there, Chris and Brian?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, Brian?
Doing much better. All the prayers and well wishes have been helping, and I appreciate it. So we're on the mend.
Good, good. Round of applause for everybody. Yeah, it's good to see you, Brian. I know you just had welcome, Rachel. Nice to see you. Round of applause for Rachel. And a little
Hello,
twisted. So a little twisted. Hello again. We
I
meet.
love that name.
I do too. I love to say it. I love to say a little twisted. But yeah, welcome Penny Van and everybody. So I don't like to wait till it's everything to watch the rest of the Bigaton. Oh, anyways. So tonight we are talking about Christopher wants to talk about the proof of Bigfoot, the existence. So I gave up years ago to try to prove to people that he or she does exist. I don't try to convince anybody anymore about this creature or beings of the existence. So you know what? Brian and I was talking earlier, and he actually had me in stitches, like Brian usually does. And I was like, Brian, I think it'd be interesting to have Brian to come on Christopher's show, because Christopher loves guests. He gets tickled pink just like a hair in a biscuit. Oh, he cracks me up when he says that. But anyways.
Here, so I can solve this in 30 seconds. Be right back.
I knew he's going to go grab it. He's going to grab it out of the freezer. Guess what? We're going to do one better. We're going to make him big. Hello, Kathy. Welcome. We haven't seen this. We haven't seen this in probably about a year. This should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. So, hey, Gary Spikes, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Be safe on your journeys.
Hi, Rachel.
Look, he's got the Incredible Hulk monster over there in the corner. Hello, Kelly Elliott. There it is, the one and only Sweet and Low. Break it out. Look at that.
It's even labeled, so it's not like I made a big thing in there.
That is crazy.
There's the proof.
Hey, you know what? You brought it out on the show. That is funny. So, yes. Christopher, you know what's in that box?
I know I don't.
Brian, tell him what's in that box.
We got some Bigfoot poo. We think.
Yes.
Pieces of it. Anyway, not the whole thing. It wouldn't.
Did you see what he just did? Yes. He actually. You got a little twisted. Yes, he's got Bigfoot poo in the box in the freezer. I guess they don't know your story, so
yeah, we're going to talk about that Wednesday. So
yeah, Val, we're actually gonna I guess they don't know your story, so we're actually gonna showcase Brian's story this Wednesday at 4:00 Eastern time. The story about Brian and how Brian got famous into Bigfootery, and how Cheyenne, and how the big Sweet and Low. Yes, we actually thought he was going to get kicked out of the house because his significant other found out on the show that he kept it in the freezer, and it unfolded live, and it was not pretty.
Nope, I'm watching the chat and I'm hearing the background. And I'm sweating because I thought
a little twisted. Yeah. So we're all going to share the story Wednesday at 4 p.m. this coming Wednesday next week about, it is actually, yes, it is. And he will confirm how he knows it is Bigfoot dung, because you just have to hear the story. And yeah, it is. But anyways, it is hilarious. And the DNR got called on him, and somebody sold the house, but it is wild. But yeah, but you got to stay tuned for that. Poor Christopher. I never see you get so excited. It is. It's wild. But yeah, Val, man, you're all in for a treat. So, all right, Christopher. So the proof of Bigfoot's existence. So how are we going to start this conversation?
Well, I got a list of the top 10 Bigfoot sightings, a little synopsis of the top 10 sightings, along with photographs to go with it. And I think this should be a fantastic hour.
Okay, take it away.
All right. So, I'm going to read these off to you. We're going to start off with, first we'll start off with a photo. And then after the photo, you're going to see some evidence. Let's see here.
They don't know. Some people never heard about the Sweet and Low box. Oh, Cheyenne says she hopes you feel better, Brian.
Yeah, I was just gonna try to type, but I dropped my phone.
Rebecca, you just missed the Sweet and Low box. Brian broke it out of the freezer.
Yep, we had the mascot for the Sweet and Tow truck.
Yes. So
bring this up here. We'll do a screen share. You're going to see the first photo. All right, this will be fantastic. Let me bring this up.
I'll turn my fan on here. Okay.
All right, so here you see the first photograph. This was a legitimate photograph taken of a Bigfoot. I started to say UFO because I'm so used to that. Let me read this off to you. This is a description. It says here, this is the most famous Bigfoot photo above. Arguably, the most famous and influential Bigfoot footage. Northern California. And you can see it's a pretty clear photograph. I don't have any legitimate proof that this is real, just going by what the description says, but this is what Bigfoot looks like, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard stories and they've seen the footprints in the gravel and dirt and stuff. But if this is real, this does prove their existence.
Yes, that is 1967. That's a picture of Patty. That is the most famous recognized photograph of Bigfoot in the world.
Yeah, frame 352, if I remember right.
Yes, that is correct.
That film.
And as we move along, you're going to be seeing more photos, more stories, and yes, so this is going to be a fantastic show. And for those of you who don't know Patty, she is a very famous. This is a famous photo from, and her name is Patty. She was given that name. And let's see here. We're back. All right. The next photo you're going to see here in just a second. This is snowy Bigfoot. Excuse me. British explorer Eric Simpson snapped this photograph while tracking Bigfoot through the Himalayas in 1951, by the way, alleging that the footprint belonged to a Yeti and Bigfoot belonged to a Yeti. Now, in 2014, capitalized on the worldwide interest in Bigfoot and sold the photograph for $5,000. You're going to see the photograph here in just a second.
For $5,000, he sold it. That's wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine paying $5,000 for a photograph of Bigfoot. So let's see the photograph.
Leonard, you missed the Sweet and Low box. You know what? I think I would have bought it for $5,000 to have the rights to it. I wonder why the family did that. I guess because it's already out on the internet. I don't know. I have no idea, you know.
All right, so let's do this screen share. You're going to see the photograph, and you're going to see the Bigfoot footprint in the snow. And this is a real, honest to goodness photograph, and you're going to see that here in just a second as we do a screen share. So brace yourself, because when you see the footprint, this is a crystal clear photograph. It's unmistakable, and I wish I had a photograph.
Yeah, for the money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Roger. For $5,000, I would have bought it.
If I had the money, I would have bought it. Okay, now here's the photograph. As you can see, Bigfoot's footprint in the snow there.
Yeah, that's a legendary footprint. He was climbing up the mountain when he found that. I remember that. That was actually in National Geographic and a lot of newspapers back then. That is correct.
Yep.
And was that pre-Patty? I can't remember.
Yes, that's pre-Patty.
That happened before the Patty sighting.
Yeah, before 67. That was in 52, I think, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, 52.
Yeah, that was 52. Because those were going up the mountain when he was going up.
Right. And if anybody has any questions, please type them in the chat box. We're going to move on to the next one. This one is called Independence Day Bigfoot. Now, this is pretty interesting. I like this one because it was called the Independence Day Bigfoot because a beast was caught in a remarkably clear video that shows an alleged adult Bigfoot walking through the woods with a cub.
Hello, Whitney. Thank you very much.
Now, the filmmaker's exact location are unknown, but you will see the photograph here. And this is called Independence Day Bigfoot. And we're going to see that photograph. Let me bring it up here. And this is again another crystal clear photograph, and you're gonna get a kick out of this because this is probably one of the probably should have saved this for last, but we'll go ahead and do it now. There's the photograph. As you can see, you can see the outline of it and the head, the legs, the arms. It's a great photograph, clear. There again, I have no proof of this legitimate photograph other than what the description says, but I like it. I mean, it shows just how unique they look and how it's a great photograph.
Have you seen the video that goes with that, Christopher?
I have not seen the video. I would love to. If I can do some research, I can always come back and do a part 2 and show video footage next time.
The video is amazing because you can see it pop up from behind the rock. And it pops up a couple times. Right there is where it's standing, and you can see it hold a baby, and you can see the baby pushing against the mom, and you can see the mom's lips moving and everything, and then it takes off. So that's a still shot as it's running away.
Yeah, Val, that's the one, like Brian said, it walks behind the rock, comes forward. What's really interesting is how you can tell the real Bigfoot videos compared to the fake ones. You look at the arms, the ratio to the legs, the arms compared to the length of the arms compared to humans, and also the gait and how they walk. That will tell you if that's a person in a suit or not. And that's indicative. That's where Tom Cantrell always comes out and says how he determines if that's a human or not. And that's a quick way to determine that. But a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now, still videos or still pictures is CGI or man-made, right? And it's hard. However, a lot of us that are in these podcasts or into the Bigfoot field, we are privy to trail cam pictures and pictures that people take that are not privy to the public that are National Geographic. I mean, awesome pictures and videos, but they won't release them. I have people out in Oklahoma, Wyoming that has property they won't sell because they have clan there, and they've got pictures like remember Odin Mills? The family used to go there, take photographs. Remember that company that's no longer around? Their pictures are that well taken, and it's just like, how did you get them? They're like, they come around, we feed them. They come up the porch and grab the apples, and they just let her. And can I share them? No. And they won't let you share them. And in some of these trail cam pictures, they get them walking through the pasture, and it's just like 15, 20 feet away. And they got video and still pictures, but they won't let you share them. They'll share them with me, but I cannot rebroadcast them on the shows. They just won't let them. And it's pretty wild. And it's just like, you know, they don't want their location out. They don't want the neighbors to know. And it's just wild. It's sad, but it is what it is. Yeah, right. Val says I don't blame them in a way. So,
yeah, because, you know, I had a friend who had a bunch of childhood experiences, and he was, again, having more experiences, you know, just a few years ago. And then when word got out that the individuals were back, he goes out there, and the government, the state of Michigan, is just clear cutting the whole thing.
Right.
So, and they had no good reason. They never did anything with it, even 2 years later.
Well, and I'll say this. I shared something with Brian the other night, and I love to share it with you guys right now. And it's footage that Val, Rebecca, Roger, Denise, Gary, Whitney, it will blow your mind. You'd be like, what the hell is that? But I can't share it on the show. And it's legit
Right.
video, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, that's.
But I can't share it. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
I got great UFO footage I would love to share, but of course I can't do that either. But it would blow your mind as well.
I mean, it's just crazy. So,
but I do respect people. I do respect.
Yeah, I know.
But all right.
Yeah, I don't want to break their trust.
No. All right, let's move on here. Let's get another great photo up here. This one's called the Provo Canyon Bigfoot. In October 2012, a group of siblings hiking in Provo Canyon thought they spotted a bear in the woods and started filming it, believe it or not. Now, when the creature stood up on two legs, the hikers ran, abruptly ending the shaky video. A year later, the siblings launched a Kickstarter campaign to investigate other Utah Bigfoot sightings. You're going to see a photo that they caught. Now, this was in 2012, hiking through Provo Canyon when they captured this on video, and you're going to see a photo from that.
I think I remember this, if this is the one I'm thinking of.
Provo Canyon's a hotspot. There's quite a few videos.
Yeah, a little twisted. It is a bummer, but you know, it is in a way. But I mean, I do respect their wishes, and I'm thankful that people do trust us to share it with us to get our opinions out.
All right, let's do screen share, and this is Provo Canyon 2012, and you're going to see a great piece of evidence, or a photo, I should say, photo taken from the video. All right, let's see. Here we go. And again, folks, I'm sorry this photo isn't enlarged better, but you can see the Bigfoot in the background going through the trees. Now, they captured this on video, and this is still a photo from the video. I would love to show the video if I ever could, or get my hands on it.
Yeah, this one stands up, and if I remember right, chucks a rock at him, sidearms it.
Yeah, I'd have to do some research. You could be right there. And again, this is Provo Canyon 2012. Hikers capture this on video.
And that's kind of another, I don't want to say giveaway, but indication that it could be real, because when most guys are throwing, they tend to throw overhand. Yeah, all the Bigfoot videos you see, they chuck them sidearm.
Right.
I tell you what, while he's getting the next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one right here is the ones where the Boy Scouts were actually on a camping trip, and they recorded Bigfoot walking up the mountain. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a good one.
4 location Bear Scout camp. The witness wants to remain anonymous. Here's what he says. We were walking down a trail at night. It was a full moon, or a pretty big one anyhow. There was a stream, and on the other side, I saw a hominid. It was walking on 2 feet easily. Not a bear, not a gorilla, not a chimp, not any ape I'd ever seen. I'm very, very sure on that. It was either a man or a Bigfoot. I don't think it was a man. It doesn't fit very well. I only saw him a few seconds out of the dark shadows under the trees, but it was obvious it was just about 50 to 60 feet across the stream, walking along the bare side of an embankment where it sloped up from the stream bottom. I didn't say anything at first. It was just right there. I assumed the guy in front of me saw it and had taken it into account. We kind of looked to him as leader, since he was a few years older. Anyway, when he didn't say anything, I began to suspect he didn't see anything. I think he was humming a song and wasn't paying much attention. I was about to speak up when the guy behind me started to say something too. He had heard a noise up ahead. He pointed to where the creature had gone. It walked across the slope and down toward the stream in front of us. There it made a noise above that small stream. It sounded like rock clacking against another, like when you step on a rock and it clocks into one another. So he was worried what the noise was. I was all excited and tried to tell him what I saw. We all got nervous. We yelled, but there was no answer. We were extremely scared. We were working on a merit badge, and the counselors were back at the scout camp. When you see another person up there, you say hi, because they're all fun-loving, friendly scouts or scoutmasters. This creature passed very near us, easily in range for a howdy or a hello, but it didn't answer and didn't talk. We backtracked through the meadow we were in at the time into the lodgepole pines at the other end. We sat in the dark till about 1 a.m. We figured the creature went past about 10 p.m. We imagined all sorts of things sneak up on us in the dark. We finally each got big sticks, and Danny got his knife, and we went the rest of the way down the trail to attack anything that moved. We were extremely scared. Let me describe the creature. It was tall, seemed about 6 to 7 feet tall. It was all one dark color. It walked surely and quickly and quietly. I noticed it brush a sap.
So that's it on that one. I thought it actually showed it, but it just showed the picture, still picture. So, hey, Curtis, welcome.
Hello, Curtis. Hello, everyone.
But yeah. But the one of the Boy Scouts got it walking up the mountain. If you remember, they showed it on TV.
Oh, okay. Yep. And,
remember that one?
Yep. I think Meldrum looked at the walk too, right? And confirmed
Yes. Yes. Yes, that is correct. So.
Dr. Meldrum, I should say, without disrespect.
Right. All right, Christopher, what's up next?
All right, here we go. This is Allegheny Bigfoot, and this happened in 2007. Now, get this. Hunter Rick Jacobs captured some of the most famous Bigfoot images to date with a camera mounted to a tree in Pennsylvania Allegheny National Forest. His camera also captured clear photos of bear cubs, offering evidence that the unidentified animal was not was not, it definitely was Bigfoot as far as he was concerned. But the skeptics believe the animal is just a bear sick with
mange.
Right. But we'll find out. We're going to do the screen share and let everybody decide for themselves. In the chat room, please post us. What do you think? You think it's legitimate, or you think it's a bear? Screen share and everybody can see for themselves. There's the image. Again, sorry for the.
Yeah, I remember that one too. So I think that's a juvenile. Is that one?
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian?
I think he's out there hanging out playing. I don't think there's no way that's that would be the longest leg, shortest belly to back racial bear I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Yeah, that is not a bear.
No.
Bears don't have legs like that.
Right. And you can see
Henry. Yeah, I agree with Henry. Not a bear, legs too long. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the one of like him standing on his head. There's a series of 3, right?
Yeah, I think so.
One's like he's almost standing on his head. He's out there playing away.
All right, great sighting there, photo, and so we got the next one coming up here, and each one of these is going to get a little bit better as we go through. Next one comes from Washington. This is the Washington Blue Mountain Bigfoot sighting. In 1994, former U.S. Forest Patrolman Paul Freeman claimed he saw a family of Bigfoots in Washington Blue Mountain. The video is shaky and grainy, but has been deemed the real deal. So let's take a look at that photo. But before that, let me see here. We're going to take a look at that photo. This is the Washington Blue Mountain Bigfoot sighting in 1994. Let's see the photo here. I'll bring it up, and then everybody be a judge for yourself. Let's see. Your screen share here. Now this is in Washington. Let's get your screen share, and everybody can take a look at this photo. This is an excellent photo. I like this photo. There again, it's kind of hard to see because it's not full screen, but you can clearly see the.
Now, isn't this the one where the guy passes away and his brother finds the footage?
Right.
The one, yeah, you remember this, Brian. The guy goes out Bigfoot hunting for years and he dies, and his brother goes through the footage.
I didn't realize that.
And he finds Bigfoot, and his brother don't even know. He records it.
Oh, I didn't know that part of the story.
I think I'm right. Am I right on that, Christopher, or am I wrong?
No, you're correct. You're correct. And
Wow, I didn't know that part of the story because this is a great video. I mean, it shows either cloaking or the translucent hair because as it walks, you can see it disappear into that pine tree,
right.
but you can still tell it's in front of it. And then it steps out and then it's all black again. So, and then the other part is when what they don't show often enough is the fact that, have you seen the whole video, Chris?
Nothing
Yeah,
total
I
video.
think so.
When Paul's up there chasing it, and
Yes,
then
he runs
looks
up
over
there.
to the left and sees it picking up a juvenile. But he
Yes.
didn't see it at the time. So,
And I tell you, while Chris is going to the next one, I'll bring up a video that I think is really excellent. Is the one that's in the swamp digging out bugs or grubs out of that tree, peeling the bark off of it. Remember that one?
yeah.
And the guy gets the footage and it stands up and he freaks out and takes off running.
Yeah, that thing just stands up and stands
Yes.
up and stands up.
This one right here. Just right there it is.
I mean, that doesn't sound like that dead tree being broke. That sounds
Mm-mm.
alive. The old chunk of wood just chucked to the side.
Yeah.
That is a big boy or big girl.
Yeah.
Great video. Great video.
Yeah. I'd say that when I first saw that, I said, "Hey, Jessica," I said that was legit. I think
Oh, definitely.
so. I mean, that was peeling out pieces of that tree, just chunking it. So
Just by the tone of
Look
his
like me.
voice, the whispers, you know that.
It'll look like me going through a piece of string cheese. I mean,
unbelievable. All right, what do you got next, Christopher?
All right, the next one we got Provo
Mr. wants to
Bigfoot.
make him a sandwich.
Provo Bigfoot number 2. A hiker was walking through the Utah hills near Provo Canyon in 2012 when he spotted a large animal in the woods. As he approached, the animal stood up on 2 legs and started throwing rocks at him, supposedly a trademark behavior of Sasquatch, which we know that is true. They have been known to do that.
Right.
So let's take a look at this photo here. You're going to see a great photo here. This is, again, from Provo Canyon. This is 2012, and he was allegedly, the Sasquatch was allegedly throwing rocks at him. Let's see the photo here.
Yeah, so 2 out of the 10 so far are from Provo already.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the photo, as you can see. There's the Bigfoot in the background there, and so you be the judge in the chat room in the audience, and let us know, what do you think? Is it real? Is it fake? No, I think it's real, especially with the description of throwing rocks. They've been known to do that numerous times.
Yeah, that's another one that goes silent when you watch the video.
Instead, the animal stood up on 2 legs and started throwing rocks at him. So, this is Provo Canyon, 2012. All right, and the next one we got coming up here, this is very interesting. One of my favorite ones. This is Mississippi Bigfoot. Mississippi resident John Hickoff captured video of the potential Bigfoot while hunting on his property in 2013. Now, afraid to go back to the woods, he posted the footage to YouTube asking for help to identify the animal or for a prankster to come forward. Nobody came forward. And this is in Mississippi, 2012. I'm going to bring this up, and then we will do a screen share and get everybody's opinions on this one. All right, here we go. We're going to do a screen share, and this is a very, very, very clear photo. This is Mississippi, 2012. The guy captured this. Here's the photo, and this has been on YouTube, and some people claim it's not real, some claim it is. What do you think? What's the audience think? Real or fake?
So if you watch the video seems like it's legit, right? But the problem is that with digital cameras, a lot of the cameras that people use, it doesn't take real good pictures. In like the camera I have is a Mark V. It's a EOD5 Mark II. And when that thing was brand new, it was like $4,500 just for the frame, right? The body. And I think now the body, if you buy it new, is probably $1,300. You probably buy it used, what, $400 or $500, Chris?
Right. At least,
I mean,
yeah.
Technology is, but, and I think mine is like a 22 or 24 megapixel. The clarity on it's awesome. It takes good pictures and videos, but.
Now, is that a digital camera or does it use film?
No, it's all digital, high-end digital.
So does that have the same process? Because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I noticed that they seem to be able to clear up the old footage.
So if I would have took a picture of that with my lenses, if I would have tried to take a picture of that, if I pointed at that, it would have to. So see where my mouse is? Oh, I don't have the picture on the screen. Let me pull up a picture. Stand by.
Now I'll stop my share.
Let me present something. Share screen. Let me get off the comment. So see, let me bring this up real quick.
I look up.
Let me pause this. All right. See this bush?
Right.
See where my mouse is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So if I wanted to take a picture of this right here, right? My lens would probably focus on this. All this would be blurry. So I would have to focus my lens on this. It would take me a couple of seconds to get my lens to focus on this first, to have the computer to process this.
Yeah.
You catch my drift?
Yep.
So all this would be blurry. This up here would be in fine detail. I'd have to tell my camera to focus on this and blur all this. That's how it processes.
So it processes like that. So
right.
Maybe old school be better in some ways because it's that instant.
Because that's why the military uses film, because you can blow all this up and magnify it over and over without losing distortion.
Because that's what I was wondering about, taking like an Instamatic camera or those disposable cameras out.
Yes,
trying
the
that.
110s, the 35s, all that stuff. Yes. So that's why the digital cameras, I have a grid inside my high-end Canon. And whatever I want focus, it has like crosshairs on it, different crosshairs. That's what I would aim it at. And that computer would focus on that area only and surround everything else out a little blurry.
Gotcha.
And it will take, so when I press the button, it processes it, and you can hear the camera automatically zoom and focus, and it's processing just to get that information to get it in, or you can do it manually, which you can probably do a little bit faster if you know your camera lens.
Gotcha.
So when you're out there trying to take a picture of Bigfoot or animals running, right, you're trying to focus, you don't have time to do it because the computer cannot process that. The camera cannot. That's why you're getting all these dark circles or blobs and pareidolia.
Gotcha.
And I'll show you when I come up. I'll have all my cameras with me, and I'll show you. We'll go out and take pictures, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And you can take pictures with the cameras too. And that's why I try to. That's why I try to tell people, when you take a picture of a bunch of trees and you're zooming in on all these leaves or seeing faces, that's just the digital pixelation of the leaves. There's nothing really there, but they're thinking there's something in the leaves hiding. There's not.
Right.
So.
Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for watching. Hi, Henry. All right, we're going to move on to the next case. This is might be kind of a weird case, but we're going to discuss it. This is a Johnsontown smelly Bigfoot, located in Johnsontown, Pennsylvania. Locals in Johnsontown, Pennsylvania, were baffled by a footprint measuring 17.75 inches. 17.75 inches, people.
17.75 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near a residential home in 1980. Now, according to the Associated Press, the footprint coincided with reports of strange noises and a strong but unusual odor in the area. This was Johnsontown in 1980. So let's take a look at that photo.
Hey, Tammy.
Hello, Tammy. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody enjoys this show. We're counting down the some of the best Bigfoot photos and stories. And this is from Johnsontown, 1980. Here's the photo of the footprint. And you can see they put a matchbook in the center to just demonstrating how big this was. 17.75 inches.
You know, I've seen a lot of footprints lately of this character. What do you think about that, Brian?
I'm trying to figure out if it steps and then maybe cocks the foot and pushes its weight down a bit, or what it's doing, because you do see them. You know, I think it was, what was it? Jason posted one.
Just like that the other day in Kentucky, right? But I'm seeing them out west too.
Oh.
So I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if it's a deformed foot or they're stepping like you're saying, because that's an unusual characteristic of a footprint.
Yeah, to have that pinky toe so far down and cocked to the side like that.
So if you look at that and you count, right? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like the pinky toe made 2 impressions, didn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, was it went to step and then like it turned or something. I don't know how to turn mid-step.
It could have.
Right.
Or step, saw something and stepped again to push off. It's just weird you don't see the heel. Well,
He'll do that.
When you go look, the foot does widen pretty quickly. So it could pivot on that heel.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I thought it was more local, like a regional thing, but if they're out west too. Because you see that a lot down south, right? Florida, the skunk ape, you see that. I think but like Jason was in Kentucky and out west is pretty. So 17, so what's that make it? 8.5, 9 feet?
Yeah. So, I don't, you know, a little twisted. It possibly could be. I mean, that's been tossed around if it was Nephilim or not. But it's just interesting seeing that characteristic. And
Yeah.
we see. Oh, what happened to Christopher? He knocked himself out. There you go.
No, well, we haven't having internet problems throughout the night, but we're here.
But yeah, it's just weird that we're seeing some of that, you know, and it's recently, like in the past 15 years, 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it seems like that's getting more prevalent, and then the mid-tarsal break doesn't seem to be as prevalent. Seems like a lot of them are flat-footed these days.
Right. What about you in the audience? Is anybody in the crowd or audience in the chat room? Have you ever had a Bigfoot sighting? Let us know. Type it up. We'd love to hear from you.
Was there a poll nearby? Finally, proof that it pulled in. Oh God, here we go.
I got the keys in my pocket for the tow truck, Rebecca. So,
oh Lord,
figure it out.
You don't crack me up.
And hope everybody enjoyed this tonight. We've been counting down our Bigfoot sightings, and we did 8 sightings for the night. These sightings were fantastic, and the photos were great.
Yeah, that Catherine said get the tow. But no, the ones you showed, yeah, they are famous. They've been on a lot of shows, been circulated through YouTube. The ones that are well known. So yeah, absolutely. The thing though is that hello, Linda, welcome. The thing is that everyone that we have seen, there are probably 30 or 40 that are fakes, right? And that's why people don't believe in Bigfoot, is because all the hoaxes out there and fakes and ones that come forward and more the ones, I don't think anybody's come forward in the past so many years said they wore in the wooden shoes, have they? Bigfoot shoes?
I've not heard
because
anything.
they did back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
But because people used to do that as jokes all the time, but cash or credit. What are y'all charging for? Y'all want me to dance? I'll take it. I'll take cash or credit. I don't. Hey, money's money. Y'all crack me up.
Hey, PayPal, Cash App, got it all.
You better believe it. I don't discriminate. So I even take Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But no. But it was great that you put that together, though. But, you know, it is. The proof's in the pudding. A little twisted stuff. But
yeah,
it is fascinating. That's for sure. I just hope we don't cash only for accounting purposes. I just don't want to go to jail when I go to Michigan. I don't know what Brian's got up his sleeve. So,
you know what? I'm going to do it just like I do everything else, and that is totally off the cuff.
What the hell, Brian?
Elaine will tell you the same. I feel like I don't even plan to Bigfoot until it might be the day of. I'm like, you know, it feels like a good day to go out. So,
oh, thank you, Catherine. I'm glad she lost power and lost all her food and everything for the. Let me see that song. Damn! Woo-hoo. Hey, that's extra, Rebecca.
She means your flip flop.
Oh, damn. Okay. Damn, I got excited there for a moment. Anyways, and the Crystal's down there singing. Dong, 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 dong. Anyways, the good old boys. Yeah, we're going to make some movies. Not that movie's twisted, but I'm bringing all my camera equipment. I'm bringing everything out. All the stops when I go up to Michigan. And we're going to look like UFOs when we're out in the middle of the woods. Jessica's singing. Listen, look at Jessica. And we are.
You got to sign a non-disclosure agreement for this?
Damn. We're going to have some fun. Just woo woo, winter, winter. Catherine just bought a $5 lamp. You make Christopher blush. But that's awesome. Chris, you did a good job. You did.
Say which one? So,
oh, Lord. But you know what? Christopher did good because he went on a tree limb and did Bigfoot. I'm proud of him. Round of applause.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched those videos yet, you need to go back and watch them.
Yeah, I think he did really good.
Yeah.
Bring your pig and oil and peanut butter. Man, I tell you. I mean, he's going to take me to places that I'm telling you, Henry, I'm excited. I just ordered extra batteries. Twisted said, good job. I bought extra batteries. I bought extra SD cards because my SD cards for my cameras take these big ones, the big cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't battery drainage out of the clear blue and stuff out there.
I know. I'm worried about that too, but man, we got headlamps, chest lamps. You ain't gonna believe the stuff we're bringing. I know what Brian's got, so we're down. I mean, we're gonna look crazy. Yes, we're gonna look crazy when we go out in the woods. Man, somebody rolls up on us and be like, "What the hell y'all doing?" We hunt wabbit. Oh, get it. Tammy, no comment. No comment. So,
thank you, Tammy.
You're going to get Christopher all excited. Yeah, I am proud of Christopher. When he first told me what he was doing, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, Christopher, I was like, do you know? Because I asked, I was like, Christopher, you know what you're doing? He's like, I got this. I'm like, all right. Welcome, Dolores. How many squats have you caught on camera so far? Dolores, I have caught, we don't know if it's Squatch and Dogman, or we don't know what they are. And where I'm from, we don't know. It is very disturbing. Some kind of creatures. I've caught flying rods. We think we caught portals opening up on my trail cams. So it's very interesting. So
yeah, and you got that
a bigger car. Yeah.
You got that picture too going down the road of those 400-pound turkeys.
That's isn't that crazy? I never that. You know, every time I drive by there, I'll look there. You know that they mow it. They mow it down ever since that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do they know that they were there or something? That's just strange. But Dolores, what we were talking about earlier before we wrap up the show was talking about cameras, and actually about people's cameras and how they take pictures. It affects what they take and how the cameras work, and that really is a contributing factor. And it's hard. Wow, it's why we see the pictures like Chris showed of just the dark outline. And when I take pictures, it takes my Canon camera a second or two to focus on whatever I'm trying to take a picture of, even at a short distance or a long distance, because the computer inside has to manually or automatically focus and zoom in and whatnot. So it's just not snap, snap, snap. But anyways, Linda, you talk about recording telepathically about so you know what? That's a very good question. Justin actually did a show on that the other night, and he brought science into the equation about ESP and all that other stuff, mind speak. And I was very surprised on the science part of it, Harvard and Psychology Today. Daggone, Crystal, thank you. Appreciate that. And how everybody is doing mind speak test and how people claim Bigfoot and like Les Stroud. Everybody knows Les and how he got mind speak. And when he first did it, he actually went to a psychologist because he thought he was going crazy. And he had no idea what was going on when Bigfoot first did it to him because he thought he was losing his mind. So it does happen. And people need to understand that it is possible and it's not just a woo factor. So, but yeah, so it's very interesting. Hello, Dolores. I'm glad you joined. Welcome. But next week, don't forget, we're showcasing a show for Brian at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And the reason why we're showcasing it, evidently, there's a lot of people that don't know about Brian's incident with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources about the Bigfoot problem that he got talking to. And they said it was bears, and about the neighbors that was upset with him about feeding the so-called bears and how one person sold their house over it. So there was an issue there, and how the Sweet and Low box got famous. Yeah, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. And so, yeah, if you never heard Brian's story, this is how he got his foot into the door. And I never forget that day. It was a Sunday. Linda's asking, how you doing, Christopher?
Fantastic, Linda. Fantastic.
So make sure and tune in for that. Now, tomorrow we got a show at 6, and we got a show at 8 o'clock. So make sure and tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen. And from coast to coast, around the world, make sure y'all tune in for that. And Godspeed, everybody. Y'all have a great night. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Christopher.
Thank you, Christopher.
What? You're muted. Are you muted?
No, I'm right here.
No, he's just doing a happy dance.
Oh, you sound like you was underwater. Okay. I was like, what the hell? You didn't sound right. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
YouTube channel near you.